Welcome to the ARTyRV live stream.
Hey everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb, and we're the ARTyRV live stream tonight.
Wow, what a beautiful evening, Barb. It's been a beautiful week.
It has been.
Started out my week working in a church this morning. First thing in the morning. Boy, that was awesome.
Had a nice telephone call and an inquiry and closed a job today, and we're really happy about it.
Yeah,
and,
really nice.
The church is a really nice church to work for, and we're excited. So welcome, everyone. This is the ARTyRV live stream.
And if you don't know us, I'm Ed, and this is Barb.
And we've moved our camera. I don't know if you know, it's going to take us a little bit to get used to. Ed, it's up here.
I see it.
Okay, you see it?
I see it now.
I know, it's hard to get used to. And
we changed it up so that we want to be able to look you in the eye better, or more often. Or we want you to look in our eyes. I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
We just moved it.
I moved it so that I could keep the chat and the camera kind of closer together. So I hope.
Hey, I hope everybody liked that collage of tools right at the beginning of the show, because those are all things that we're going to talk a little bit about during the show, not tonight, but any night. And guess what? I did remember my sample box of our Youghiogheny. There's 75 pieces of glass in that box, so we can't go over them all tonight, but stick with us for our glass chat, and we're going to go over 5 samples of glass at a time and explain to you what they are and talk a little bit about them. And I'm even going to cut some Youghiogheny tonight for you.
Now, are you going to be able to tell us what colors that are in there?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Great.
I'm going to give you, I have a partner. Y'all, this is a sample set of reproduction glass from Youghiogheny for Tiffany windows. And they're all listed as to flowers or backgrounds or leaves or anything. So we're going to share some really beautiful glass with you guys tonight. So don't go away, please. Don't go away.
Right.
If you've never seen Youghiogheny at this level, you're going to want to stick around.
So if this is your first time here, of course, I'm Barb and this is Ed, and we are partners. We're married. We're in business together. We run a stained glass business, and we have run the business for the past 39 years.
39, yeah.
And
40's coming up.
And we've been married for 39 years.
Next April Fool's Day, Barb, will be 40 years.
Yeah.
Crazy.
40 years for the business.
For the business,
and 40 years for us being married.
In June.
In June. And so we started our business.
I'm just showing off my new shirt.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
We have a bunch of new
It's just my new
T-shirts
shirt.
on our Amazon page.
It's
if
pretty
you'd
cool.
like to check them out. They're really cute.
This one showed up in the mailbox yesterday. I was like, Barbara said, "Hey, here's something for you," and she threw it at me, and I opened it up.
I just wanted to see the quality, and they're really nice.
Oh,
They're very
comfortable.
They're very lightweight.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
And when you make a purchase, we make a little bit of, I think we make $1.25 whenever you make a purchase.
Yeah.
And
then, of course, we do have the Got Glass shirts, and they're at the shop, and you can send us a message at viewershowcase@gmail.com if you'd like a T-shirt, and include your shipping address, and they are $28.
And so how do they do that?
Send it to viewershowcase@gmail.com.
Okay.
If you'd like a shirt.
Okay. Yeah,
because I don't have a bunch of different email addresses, and I can promise y'all, really and honestly, I am computer illiterate. So if I can get you there, I'm happy.
I check that Viewer Showcase email not very often, so I don't know if that's the best way to do it.
Oh, okay. Well, what would be a good way if you want a shirt? So,
Right. Okay. I'll just check it more often.
Well, I can help too. I'm trying to help more.
Okay. All right.
I am trying to help.
I need help. Anyone want to volunteer?
Yeah. So this shirt right here, you know what it says? I turn glass into art. What's your superpower?
So that's a cute one.
That's
right?
pretty cute. That's pretty cute.
So
I didn't know I had superpowers.
So I was telling them a little bit about us. So we started, for the newcomers. So we started 39 years ago, blah, blah, blah. And then we opened a small stained glass company on Main Street. Then we grew, and we stayed in another location for 10 years doing commercial work after Hurricane Hugo. Then we bought a building, stayed there for 10 years. We got flooded out, and we've moved. and now we've downsized more.
Well, the best part about that was somebody wanted that building worse than us,
And
we let them
so
have it.
we have got big. We've been big, a commercial glass company, and then we've downsized. So this is what we love.
I
So
think this is
now
where we're
doing
at,
what
right? We
love.
found our spot.
Never in a million years did we think we'd have a YouTube channel. Though.
No.
So this happened during the pandemic, and we had an RV. We no longer have our RV. In case those of you wonder, we did sell our RV, and we bought a glass furnace. And
We invested it back into the company. It's the same
bought
old
a
story
glass
for the
furnace.
last 39 years.
Because we had a plan during COVID, and it kind of all fell apart. But we enjoyed the RV, but we did have to sell it.
Right, and you know what?
But now,
I think I can speak for both of us when I say that selling the RV was a good thing because it got us a new glass furnace, but we get to enjoy our YouTube glass community, and that is much more enjoyable than that RV ever was, y'all. You
so,
guys are very enjoyable, and we love you.
So now I forget what I was going to say, Ed.
I'm sorry. I did that again to you. I'm sorry.
They're probably tired of hearing me anyway.
No, they're not.
So if you have any questions, just put it in the chat, and we'll be happy to answer. And when I remember what I was going to say, I'll just interrupt Ed and say it.
Well,
How
you
about
can
that?
do that. That's
No,
fine.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't interrupt.
What's that?
What?
What's that over there?
Oh,
What's
this?
that? What's that?
This?
Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's pretty. This is bullseye. This isn't Youghiogheny, but we did bring some bullseye home because so we had a full class this weekend, Barb, a full lead light class this weekend, and JR came in and took the class from Marietta, Georgia, and Mary Beth and Frank came down
They
from
said
North
their
Carolina.
class was awesome.
Okay, great. Well, thank you guys. I had a great time too. I hope everybody learned as much as they wanted to, and now you can always, expand your horizons. Now that if you have the capability now of doing both processes of the stained glass, and that is to me just an asset to you. So because you understand both processes now.
What's that?
Of whether you're doing copper foil or the lead cane,
Right.
understanding both processes gives you an advantage, I think.
Thank you for putting that. I keep looking over there for the camera. Thank you for putting that up, Ray, for us, that link. That's very helpful.
All right, everybody, Ray's in the house tonight, and he is working hard. So let's give Ray a thumbs up for us and let him know how much we appreciate everything that he does. Thank you, Ray. We appreciate it.
Okay. Barbara, I don't know, Cadwell, I don't know where that video is either that I put up on photography. That's an old one. I don't know. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it either. So I think it's part of another video. But that
On
would...
photographing your glass?
On photographing stained glass.
Yeah, well, boy,
I think it was part of another video or a live stream. But that's definitely one that I have on my list of videos to do. And if you guys have any ideas for videos that you'd like to
Throw
know
them
about,
at us.
yeah, just send us a list at the viewer showcase, and I'll be happy to look at them. And the more that we have duplicates of what people want, that will be our next videos.
Right, and keep in mind, the videos are going to come out even more often as soon as the new YouTube studio is completed.
Oh, one thing, we will not be here next Monday night. We have an important meeting, and we just can't miss it, and we will not be here next Monday night.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I want to be here.
Whatever the
so
boss
much.
says.
Now, would you guys rather have a live stream on another night? We can do it on Saturday. We could do it on Tuesday night. Ed suggested maybe Tuesday night, whichever you guys want to do, or we could just skip a week and take a little vacay. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, so I mean, we just can't. Monday evening is probably. I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be out. So because I don't think that we'll be back by then. From our meeting and
Right.
because the meeting's kind of late
Right.
in the day. So
Okay. So,
So next-
can you let us know?
Yeah, so just let us know in the chat sometime tonight if you guys would rather get together on Tuesday evening or Wednesday evening of next week instead of Monday, just because we need to, and we don't want to miss a week at all if we don't have to, but Monday night we can't. We're not available.
So let us know if you'd prefer us to do this another day, and we'd be happy to do it. Yeah, we can take a vacay, a little break. Sally says Tuesday sounds good. Whatever works for us. Skipping a week is okay. They say we deserve a vacation. I do deserve a vacation, and he deserves a vacation as well. Yeah.
We got it.
Poor guy. He worked all weekend. He worked today.
Well, today was really a nice day. It was very enjoyable. I got to jump in the truck and drive 50 miles with Taylor, my grandson, and we got to go look at a nice job that we have that we're going to be doing two very interesting restoration jobs for a church, and we're really excited about it. And the church was excited about it. They were happy. They were excited to find us and to find someone that could complete that project in a timely fashion and do it correctly. So that's what we do.
It's good to see everyone here. If you have a question, just put it in the chat and we'll be happy to answer. Most of the vote is take a little vacay. Yeah, we have lots we can do. It's just that we can't be here Monday.
We'll stick with it as long as we can tonight, though. So get the questions ready.
Get the questions.
Get the popcorn and the questions ready.
Okay.
We can scroll to the top and see if we can find a big queue for a question.
I haven't seen any.
Okay.
Haven't seen any.
Well, I'm just going to tell everybody that that was in the class this weekend, y'all. I had a killer time. I enjoyed myself immensely, and to spend the weekend with you guys, part of our live stream family, was really awesome. So thank you guys for an enjoyable weekend.
Barbara said she'd love to see pictures of the project. So yeah, you will see pictures of the project. This will be our next restoration video that comes up.
Yeah.
And we've got lots of film and footage that we're putting together right now. So I know I keep telling you all that, but
well, it's good, Barbara. Y'all, I have to give Barbara credit. She is feeling 100% better than she was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Even though it took a little bit longer to get her straightened out, she's straightened out.
Finally, it got me straightened out.
Oh, hey, man, that was crazy.
Mary Beth wants to know where we buy our lead.
I purchase my lead from Sunshine or Franklin, and Whittemore Durgan sells lead. There's a lot of the companies that are selling lead, and you're going to find right now, if you can find a distributor that has 25-pound boxes for those of you that work out of your homes, rather than like the 40-pound boxes. So, but I do. This is my no-no. Is I shy away from the rolls of cane because they are just like really a nightmare. I think they are. I've never had a roll of cane that I liked. I've never met a roll of cane that I liked. But I do like it in the boxes. And like I said, a lot of times, some of your distributors will have 25-pound boxes. And if you can do that, then that's good. But yeah, so Sunshine, Franklin, Whittemore Durgan, those guys, Franciscan, they're all carrying cane. The thing about a lot of the cane is it's made in Canada right now. So if you can afford to get some, you should get it before they tack those tariffs on them if they haven't already done it. But I mean, it can't be that much. I mean,
okay.
Anyway, there's where you need to go, Mary Beth.
Okay,
Vicky, and Frank, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Let's see. Vicky wants to know, when cutting for a lead piece, do you put your glass on top of your pattern?
I do, because I cut my lead windows. I cut them on the light box itself. So I use a black Sharpie marker. And guys, I tell you, I just can't wait to get the new studio finished so that I can demonstrate to y'all how I work and share it with you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to be able to share with you guys how I build my windows.
Okay.
When I work. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so put your I use a light box. I put my pattern on top of the light box, and then my glass on top of the pattern, and I cut it that way. You know why I enjoy using the light box so much is because your sheet of glass is almost like a paint palette for you, and you can take that, and you know, you've watched me do this, and you've done it several times too, is you can take that, you can take the glass and just turn it the way you want it, and you can make it happen in that window, so that you bring out the best in every sheet of glass that you use, and the light box helps you do that.
Kelly wants to know, what is a good size of lead cane to start working with on a small window, 8 by 10?
So small windows, a good size cane is actually 3/16. That's what we used in the class this weekend, and we built a 12 by 12 window over the weekend. And so the 3/16 lead, the 3/16 cane is a good neutral size. It's not too big, and it's not so small. Loka, thank you so much. But it's not so small that it's not a little bit forgiving for you. So we're going to get.
Oh, we can't.
You can't see that. We've moved the camera so you can't see the light. But Loka, I promise you, the light is blinking for you. But Barb's going to blink the lights behind us because it's going to work easier.
I don't know why that.
So
we'll
going to
move the camera. We'll
thank you, Loka, very much, and we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Loka.
Oh, I got something in my eye. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My finger. No.
That's Beth or Frank. They said they were only seeing lead cane sold by the individual piece, but they sell it by the crate.
They do. They sell it by the box. So maybe you may have to purchase a 40-pound box. But again, you really only. I mean, I carry probably 8 or 9, maybe 10 different sizes, but I do a lot of different things, and I need to be, I need to buy it when I can afford it and buy it when I can get it for a decent price. So what I try to do is like the job we went and looked at today is 1/4-inch flat H lead. So lo and behold, guess what? Ed has some 1/4-inch flat H lead, so I don't have to order a $300 or $400 box of lead to do a small job. I have it. So you get a couple different profiles, and eventually, now I say you can buy 25-pound boxes. I haven't ordered a 25-pound box of lead in years, but because I order the 40-pound boxes now, we go through a couple thousand pounds of lead a year, I guess. So.
Okay. Let's see. We had another question. I don't want to miss anybody. Thank you, Ed. That was good.
I'm trying to get used to the new camera tonight too, guys. So I promise I'm not avoiding you.
Thank you, Loka. Those colors are for you.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Okay. Beth wants to know, do you have to stretch the lead cane in the box? It seems so much stiffer than the rolls.
Well, you should stretch the lead cane every time that you use it. The only reason that you find that it feels stiffer in the box is because it's straight. Those, again, if you can avoid buying the cane on the spools, and they're 25-pound spools, that's what they are. They're 25-pound spools. So, you can do it. You can roll it out and set it up in your shop to where you can use it. But I've always found that the problem with the lead on the spools is that it's twisted. And even if you put it in your lead stretcher, if you don't put it in the right way to where when you stretch it, it's going to straighten out, then when you stretch it, it's going to be twisted one way or the other. So, I shy away from the spools. I did it one time.
I think you
35.
had to buy it like that.
Yeah, I think I had to buy it, and it was probably 35 years ago, and I never bought it again. But that's it. Again, that's just me. And if you have to buy 25-pound spools, then you use it all the time, then you've probably worked out all the gory details about it being twisted when it comes off the spool and everything else. So, I mean, it's still the same lead. It's just not cut in 6-foot lengths and boxed and put paper between it with plywood in the box. That's all. I mean, it's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. So.
Okay, let me fix this right here. Okay.
All right, I'm trying, y'all, I promise.
We had a question about cutting on the light box, and Ray put up 2 videos to watch about on our
Thank you, Ray.
on our YouTube channel that they can watch about cutting on the light box. Thank you for the question, Carrie.
That's great, and you don't really need a big light box, guys. Something 2 foot by 2 foot. The small LED light panels that are available, the flat LED light panels that are available. That's a nice little light box. Sometimes you may find, like I do, even though I have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 10 light bulbs in my light box. I still find that I have to go down there at night and cut glass, don't I? Mm-hmm. Because some of the glass that I use is just so very dense that, and I don't want to mess it up, and I don't want to guess at it. I want to make sure that I can do it the way that I feel more comfortable do it. And I do feel in my element when I'm on my light box, guys.
Okay, thank you, Ed. Rita wants to know, what size is your light box? Is there a video showing how to use it for cutting? And Ray put up those.
Yeah, so my light box is like, I don't know, probably 48 inches by 60 inches. So that's 4 foot by 5 foot. That's the size of my light box. And then it has in part of that last 10 inches of that 60 inches is a wooden work surface underneath that has no light on it. So it allows me to do a lot of different things with my light table. And actually, we were just talking the other day, yesterday, after class, when I got home, one of the tables that we have in the studio now, we're bringing home to the new studio. Mm-hmm. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my light box and I'm going to put it in that room. And that's going to be the only thing in there is my light box. Well, except for glass.
So he can go all the way around.
So I can go all the way around my light box. Oh my gosh, that's going to be sweet.
It's going to be so much better for him because right now he's backed against the wall. And when he's teaching classes, he can only teach 3 people. Where if he has a light box,
that's
accessible, he can teach 5 people.
Right. And that'll be more,
or at least 4.
At least 4. And that'll be more beneficial for the students.
For him, too.
And more beneficial for me. Yeah.
Samara said anything in stained glass is very reasonable for lead cane. Yeah, anything in stained glass. I hear they have a really cool showroom and a great place to go if you're buying on site. If you live in that area, check them out. Where are they? I can't remember where they are. I haven't.
Are they in West Virginia?
Anything in stained glass, Florida.
Oh, Florida. Okay.
Yeah. So,
well, that sounds good. So shop around, guys. I use certain suppliers, but I have
and they're online too.
Yeah, and I have a rapport with my suppliers of 39 years. So, we're on a first name basis. And if you ask me who I use, that's what I'm telling you, who I use. So,
yeah. Yeah, and sometimes we have to go to different manufacturers because we need a specific glass. So.
But now if somebody wants us to specifically send them to you, we'll be happy to talk to you. Give us a call.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to let you sponsor the show, and we'll be happy to promote your business for you.
Yeah. If you're a good business like
That's right.
Franklin
like we like
or
to deal
Sunshine.
With. Yeah, Franklin or Sunshine. You guys are on your game.
Yeah. There's a lot of good glass distributors in our country, and some of them are better than others. And
but it's all about customer service, guys.
Yeah, a lot of good ones with good customer service. I'm doing research on the different glass distributors in the U.S., trying to figure out who has the best service and who has the best selection and who has the biggest glass supply.
Right.
So it's been fun. Okay. Ed Youghiogheny sells a 44-pound boxes of cane. Yeah, that's how you want to buy.
That's how you want to buy. If you can swing that number that 44 box of cane is, yes. get the box, because let's just say for a 44-pound box of 3/8 flat H lead, you're going to find that there will be probably 39 strips in there. 39 strips of 3/8 flat H. And that's a lot of lead. And so like the box of 3/16, 44 pounds of that, there are 73 pieces of lead in that box. So think about,
anything in stained glass is in Fredericksburg, Maryland.
Maryland.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm wrong.
I thought they were up north somewhere.
Okay.
I didn't know they were in Florida.
Okay. All right.
But in Fredericksburg, Maryland, yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that, anything in stained glass, and thank you for Samurai.
We could talk more, though.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Do I have another question? I have a Weller soldering pencil. It seems to get too hot. Question: should I get a controller? I get a new soldering pencil with a temp switch.
No, I'm a big fan of a receptacle, iron controller, and then your iron. So
yeah, that's what she said.
I would get. Don't worry about getting a new iron. Just get a wattage controller, and then do your test and get your iron temperature just right. The tip of your iron, the tip of your iron after you. So we're just going to like wipe the.
Her tip is a
pencil tip. Though.
Yeah. It doesn't really work for stained glass that well.
It really doesn't. It works for decorative soldering.
Yeah.
The pencil tip works for decorative soldering, but for soldering, you would prefer a 1/4 inch or 5/16 chisel tip. That's what you want. And if you've got a Weller iron, yes, get a 1/4 inch chisel tip that fits that iron, because the Weller, I believe, is a 3/8 diameter tip, if I'm not mistaken. But I might be. But so with the Weller iron, get a wattage controller. And I'm not a big fan of the Hakko iron, just because I don't like the cord. And for me, it doesn't turn down low enough the way I like to work. So.
Okay, so the Weller iron, she could just buy a tip, a regular
tip,
for stained glass,
and a wattage controller.
And
you'll be
find both of those items on our Amazon page.
And you'll be back in business.
Yeah, because it sounds like you bought an iron, and it gets so hot, it's almost like it's for electrical.
And if you're trying to do something, with a pencil tip on it, that's more for That's more for electronics. So.
Kelly says, are you saying don't stretch all lead came, i.e. only stretch what will be used quickly?
No, you just stretch it as you use it.
Stretch it as you go.
Yeah, because you don't want to leave it out of the box and lay it on your table, because then it oxidizes. And once it oxidizes, you can still use it, but now you got to clean every joint before you solder it. And it's much easier just to leave it in the box where the desiccant is, which is the anti-oxidizing gel that's in the box. Just take them out one at a time or two at a time and stretch them.
When you buy your lead, you open the box at the end. You open the box on the end. I mean, you can open the top too, but the best way to do it is open the box on the end and pull one strand out as you need it, stretch it, and use it. That way you don't get dust on it. It stays dry.
Right.
It doesn't get twisted. If you go and you do all of your lead, you stretch all of your lead, one thing, it's not going to fit back in the box.
Right.
And it's going to I guarantee you it's going to get twisted.
Right.
So.
And there's a formula you can use to stretch all the lead that you need at one time, but there's no reason to do that, because you can't use it all at one time.
What kind of formula would that
Well, you can
be?
kind of measure and look at it and guess at how many sticks you're going to need.
Yeah, okay.
I have people do that to me all the time. Well, how many sticks of lead am I going to need to finish this job
definitely.
in?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're going to need 10 of these and 4 of those.
Yeah, if you're buying.
But don't do it. Don't stretch it. Stretch it as you need it. It's much better.
We don't have room in our studio for it anyway. No.
Just stretch it as you need it. And like Barbara said, just open the end of the box. Don't open the top, because you can, but open the end. It's much easier to slide it out than pick it out and then have all the dust and everything.
Yes, they are almost. The distributors are almost on the east. You're right, Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll try to find someone closer to you.
Yeah.
But you could probably do that research. You've probably already done that research.
Yeah, she probably has.
I'm trying to get a good list to put on our, I'm doing an ARTyRV website so that I can send you guys newsletters directly to you from ARTyRV. Right now it's in the Conway Glass website. So I got 2 combined customer files, the ARTyRV and the Conway Glass. And my Conway Glass people don't necessarily want to know when the next stained glass class is. Or they may not want to know
Right.
What's going on with ARTyRV.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good.
So they wouldn't be interested in, half of them wouldn't be interested in the suppliers because most of the, I don't
Blow
know.
glass. Most of them come to the studio to blow glass with
so
us.
anyway, I've got 2 different customer bases.
But
Okay.
all in the same
File, email pile.
file.
But anyway, I'm working on a website that you guys can directly interact with for ARTyRV.
And she is. She's working on it, guys. She's working on it.
So if there's anything that would make it easier for you guys on the website, let us know. We're always
Yep.
open to suggestions.
And like Barbara said, don't forget, if you have some ideas for some videos, we'll be happy to entertain those too. And so we have a completion date of hopefully Labor Day for the new studio, Barb.
For the
Is that
garage
plan?
project,
For the
yeah.
garage project.
So we pivoted from having an RV to renovating the garage. So that was our pivot.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But it's going to be a lot of fun, y'all.
It really is.
We can't wait.
Yeah, so
We'll have a lot
little
more
bit more
space.
Yeah, and we'll be able to do a lot of things that'll be much different, and you can we'll line up for Glass Chat definitely different demonstrations for everyone to help you
Learn more?
and become more proficient at this craft.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Okay. Well, the camera's up there,
I know. I've been trying to focus
but
on
we're
it.
going to use this camera over
We're going to
here.
go over here now. Now we're going over here. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, let's talk.
I know
So get your
this one
get
we haven't
your,
changed. We made it better though, y'all.
Yeah,
It shouldn't
get
be
your-
out of focus this
Get your
time.
pen and paper out first.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Here you
All
go.
right, here we go. So there we go. Okay.
Let me
So I'm
go.
just going to get this little piece of paper out right here, and then I'm gonna come over here and share this with y'all. Here we go. Here we go.
Got it?
Yeah. Ready? Here we go. Oh, look at this, y'all. So this is, I pulled these out of my Youghiogheny sample box, and you can see the part number on this. Okay. And I want to let you know this RG, okay, RG on this means it's Tiffany reproduction glass. And it also, this 6664 reproduction glass is a Tiffany background reproduction. Watch this. Watch what happens to this glass when I flip it over. Get down, y'all. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So this part number, this sheet, little cheat sheet that I have, listen to this. This part number has turquoise, blue opal, cobalt blue, and green. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is part number, this is Youghiogheny glass, y'all. Part number 6664 RG. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. So we have a new pattern getting ready to come out. And for that new pattern, you're going to be able to use something like this. This right here. You see this? 4403. And guess what? Reproduction glass. Let's run over here and see if we can find 4303. You know what this is used for? We can all guess at this one. This is leaves, guys. This is emerald green and lime green mottled. Look at this. Look at this. Y'all, a lot of, this glass is a little bit somewhat difficult to cut, but it's not out of your realm of what you know already about cutting glass, okay? So don't be afraid of it, because these glasses, this Youghiogheny, like Bullseye, look at this beautiful glass, y'all. So this is a 1431. I must have grabbed all these reproduction glasses out of here. So I'm going to go up here And when I get up here to the 1431, this is a background glass, y'all. Look at this. This is a Tiffany reproduction background glass. It is white opal, lime green, and emerald green. So what they did is they took this glass here and they added white to it, and look what we ended up with. Look at this. This is what we ended up with, y'all. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely just exciting. This glass is so beautiful. And now, I'm going to share another one with you. And this again, this is a 6647 RG. Y'all, Youghiogheny glass up in Pennsylvania. Let's see what this one is. This is 6647. Okay, so this is a RG, but it's a background glass. And it's one of the background glasses that's a reproduction Tiffany glass. White opal, turquoise, green, and gold pink. Gold pink being cranberry, okay? So when I flip this over, you're going to see it. Ready? Here we go. Boom. There's the gold pink right there. See it? Now see if there it is. Look at it coming through. It looks like rays of sun along a horizon right there. And that's just the label on my finger. But that looks like the sun coming up, doesn't it? That's beautiful. Anyway, so I'm going to, these I'm sharing with you. These are my Youghioghenies. And we're going to share some more next week. So don't forget that we're going to be talking about Youghiogheny for the next few weeks, because I have 75 pieces of glass in this sample set. And I have four of these sample sets that are available for sale if in fact you're interested in looking and using Youghiogheny glass, but using it not blindfolded. This is when you have a sample box of something, y'all, you're not going into it blindfolded. What you're doing is you're going into it with a lot of knowledge, and you're helping the brick and mortar store because you have a part number for them.
Right.
So this, I don't have a part number for it, but I do know that it's Youghiogheny, and I promised everybody I would cut a piece of Youghiogheny for them, just to ease your mind and let you know that it's really not that tough.
You want to do that right now?
Yeah, let's cut a piece of it. Well, no, we can come back and cut it. We'll come back and cut it. Let's answer some questions, Barb. But get ready. This is Youghiogheny, and we're going to be cutting this. And I can almost, this is emerald green and red and
pretty.
white. It's pretty. But we'll cut that in a little bit, Barb. Okay. So I hope everybody liked my little slideshow of Youghiogheny glass, and I want you to know that there are 71 more pieces to go.
Linda wants to know, can you suggest a glass grinder for a beginner?
For a beginner, probably the Griffin makes a nice little glass grinder, but I think if I had to my choice, I would say I would probably, we have a couple on our Amazon page, and they're like small, medium, and large. And to start out with, I wouldn't go the very cheapest, but I wouldn't go, the very expensive. I would go right in the middle, and that's going to be probably your inland grinder. That's going to run you around $130, $153, something like that. It
will last you forever.
The grinders that we use in our classes are 25 years old, and we still use them. And actually, I have one in my studio that I still use every day, and it's that old. So
yeah,
if you
and
keep
we have
them,
the new ones, but
Yeah, we have the Technoglass grinder, the really nice, all the bells and whistles, and I love that one too. But my old standby is a 25-year-old inland, so there's nothing that can go wrong with them as long as you take care of them. So
Michelle wants to know if we have any videos on how to put a lamp together.
We do not, Michelle.
We do not.
We do not. We have jewelry
If that's
boxes.
something that you want to do, send us a message and we'll put it on the list.
Yeah, because we can make a flat panel lamp. I mean,
and add some other ones you might want to see as well. I'm going to take a survey.
Back in the day, we used to build a lot of lamps before they started shipping them from overseas to Lowe's.
Right. We repair a lot of lamps.
We repair a lot of those lamps, I can tell you that.
We repair a lot of lamps. They come apart after a while. People don't understand how the
Gravity works.
gravity works on those. There's some of them aren't wired. We have to rewire them, that type of thing.
Yeah, and you know what the biggest problem that we have with those is the vase caps all come off because
Yeah,
they're not
wired
attached correctly. Yeah.
Okay, Julie wants to know what causes the circles in the RG glass.
You know what? I
It's
figured
probably
that.
a secret.
Yeah, it probably is. I'm not sure how they produce models in the glass. I really don't know, so I haven't done the research on it, and I knew that question was going to come up, and I should have had an answer for you.
I do know that you can make this effect by throwing water on
Yeah,
blown glass, but I doubt they do that.
I doubt they do that either.
Or
but,
maybe
but
baking soda.
That's a good. You know what, Julie? Hang on a second. Mr. Ed will have an answer for you in detail next week. Hand me a piece of paper, please. What produces
Didn't I give you
models?
some?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I thought I gave you a
no
stack
paper.
of paper.
Oh, I got some. Hang on. I'm sorry.
See?
There we go.
See?
Okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we want what? What and how? Okay, got it, Julie. Thank you.
Linda, did you get that link?
What and how?
Hi, Laurie, Mary Wolf.
Cheer.
Yeah. Magali wants to be Arvana White. And she also wants to know, when making the sheet of glass, how do you know how to mix it to make it the same always? That's the artist.
That's the artist at that table. Now, if you guys, and Barbara has posted the
It's a recipe,
or gave you
Magali.
the link. Yeah, there's a recipe. So the guys, but there's also a way, the guys that are carrying the ladles, those colors are put on the table in a very specific order, and they're mixed at a very certain deliberate way. And I've ordered 1,500 square foot cases of glass before, of art glass. Say, like Kokomo 70. I've ordered a 1,500 square foot case of that before, and every sheet of that looked like it just came right one right after another, which it did. But the guys that were mixing it, y'all, they made these sheets so uniform that you don't have any troubles with them. They're so uniform, the color combinations and the way that they're stacked and the way that they're mixed, they're so identical. It's really incredible. So the guy that mixed, the guy or the guys or the women, the employees that mix the color at the table are the true artist, I think.
Magali, I don't know if they'll tell you how they do it if you ask them how they do their model, but if you find out,
I'm going to
please
find
share
out.
it with us. Oh,
Yeah,
you're going to find out?
I'm going to find out. I can't do it now because my phone's being used, but I'll find out and have an answer
going
next
there.
week.
She's going there. I
Okay.
think. Okay. Let's see. Do we have any more questions? We'd be happy to answer. Ed, you want to do your demo?
Yeah, we can cut some of this real quick. So this is, I'll try and find the sample of this in the box, but I knew this was Youghiogheny.
Okay.
And so I have my trusty personal glass cutter here, and I want to this weekend in the class bar, JR had dressed his cutter like mine, and he really enjoys having it like that. So let's get my grounds and pliers. I think we'll run over here and we'll pull out a pair of running pliers. Got that. I got my afterburner in case we need to take off kind of hot. Right there, we got that. So let's see. So guys, so they're, Youghiogheny is actually textured on both sides, very lightly on one side and a little heavier on the other side, like this. You can see that. And then this being, again, this little texture. But if you hold your cutter, and we're just going to depress the head. Now, this doesn't always work for me, but I have found out that if I take my time as I move forward across the glass, if I take my time and don't try to like zoom across there and win the race from one end to the other, if I'm the tortoise rather than the hare, I get more cuts that come out. And you can hear it because I'm falling into little cracks and all that stuff. And I'm just going to come off of that end right there just like that. And we'll see, because maybe we can get this started. There we go. So it did. Look at that. I got that run started. Now we'll come back and we're going to start it back from this end, and let's run it back in. Let's run it back into itself. And we did. And you hear that it's almost like a hard crunch when it breaks. But I'm not squeezing the pliers hard enough to achieve the run from one end to the other. So, but I am going to go in behind the run here, and I'm going to move that run all the way down to the other end. Here we go. And remember, I'm pulling down with this hand, and you can see I'm just holding the glass ever so gently. But I am behind the run. The run stops there. I'm behind that, and we'll pull down and away, just like that. So what that does is it just allows us, and some of you say that Youghiogheny is really hard to cut when you're cutting patterns. So let's cut a pattern out. Now you heard that, it's like going crazy. So, but I don't change the pressure on my glass cutter as I go around, and I'm going down, and we're going to try and take this out. Now I'm doing that because I'm letting this roll down. Here we go. There we go. And we kept that point. We kept that point for a reason, because this piece of glass was coming off this way, and I wasn't pulling down on this. If I pulled down on this, the chances of me losing that point right there are very great. But because I was coming down this way, that point stayed to that outside edge, just like that. So it's very, the way that you pull down on the glass, the way that you apply pressure to the run, or the way that you apply pressure to the score itself, tells the glass it tells you how the glass is going to break. So just be real careful with it. So let's go in. Let's see if we can go in and take a little half circle out of this. And that's probably not going to work because I went into a groove right there, but that's all right. It doesn't really matter. We're going to try it and see what happens. So we got our run started, and it's right there. I'm going to change up because I'm going to have to come around this corner here. I'm going to change up and go with my silver snits, and we're going to try. This is probably going to run this way because I'm right there in that little tiny groove, and it's probably going to go on about its business. So it's not going to work correctly for me, but that's all right. Okay, so remember, do your running pliers all the way around. Once you chip it, once you've run your score all the way around, take your running pliers, turn them upside down, and squeeze gently. And one more time over here. This piece should fall right out. One more time. There it is. Okay. That's my little boot. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, so that's how you do it. If your Youghiogheny is giving you trouble, slow down on your score. Don't increase your power or your pressure. Don't increase your power. Get your power up. Oh, Barbara, thank you so much.
Thank you, Barbara.
Barbara's going to get the other light going for you because we don't have the other one in the camera tonight. So anyway, this piece of Youghiogheny is coming to whoever gets the box this month.
Thank you, Barbara. We
Thank
appreciate
you, Barbara.
you.
We appreciate it
That's
very much.
sweet. Thank you. Okay, we have some questions.
Okay, let's get some questions. I didn't mean to bore you guys with a glass cutting demo there.
Okay, let me make sure I've started the right
Get
place
my brain
here.
Sorry. All right.
Okay, here we go. I had a couple of them come in. Tim wanted to know where to get the 75-piece samples. It's in our shop, Conway Glass.
Conway Glass?
I don't know what the shipping is.
I'm not sure what the shipping's going to be on it yet, but I do have the sample box. I have 3 of the boxes, and they're $125 a piece plus shipping.
Okay.
But it's y'all, if you like Youghiogheny and you enjoy doing reproduction work, or you enjoy building lamps or anything like that, that's really, really nice. It's a beautiful sample kit.
Okay, we have a lot of people that are interested in the flat panel lamp.
Really?
They said they'd come for
A lamp class?
a lamp class, and
Flat
they're very
panel lamp
interested
class.
and that's where you want to start. You want to
Start with a 6-panel flat lamp, yeah.
Yeah, start with a flat panel lamp. I don't know if you could do a 6-panel lamp in one weekend, but you certainly could do.
It would be a longer day each day, but we could probably do it. So we could do a 6-panel lamp. So I would say I probably need probably 4 people for that class.
Yeah.
4 people. So it'd be 4 people for the lamp class, and I think it would be the same as the weekend. So the materials in this class would be
More expensive.
much more expensive, because you need a lot of glass to build a lamp.
Yeah, and you have to think about how you're going to take it home. It probably have to be shipped, because I don't think you could take it on a plane.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get the logistics worked out, and
maybe we could do. I don't know how to do
Thank you,
this, and
Mary.
I've been talking to Barbara about it, to where we could do a class, a live class, when we could be working from. You could be working in your studio, and I'm working in my studio, but together we'll build a lamp or something like that. So I'm trying to figure out the logistics of that. So what you would do is you would just, when you came into the room, you would pay for the class, right? I don't know how that works. I really don't, but I think maybe, then we could get 20 people in the class. I don't know.
yeah, we'll get the logistics.
I'm
worked
trying to
out.
work on this new camera here. This one was over here, and now it's over here, and I'm a person of change. Doesn't work too easy, but it's all good.
Mary was very impressed on your cutting expertise.
Oh, well, thank you. I try to do, when you take one of my classes, I try to teach you or share with you my cutting skills, and so my cutting skills are they're not unlike everybody else's, really, but I just do it differently. And I was telling, who was I telling the other day?
I don't know.
I was telling JR, because when you learn how to you learn how to work with thick glass, when you and shape it and do that correctly, working with the thin glass makes it much easier, because once you learn the properties, okay, and 2 of its properties of glass. And somebody told this to me, probably my boss 45 years ago. But he said glass has 2 properties that are very common, and that is that it breaks and it cuts you, and it does both really quick. So
One more thing about it. It doesn't have any feeling.
it has no feelings. So, okay, that's right. So there's 3 things that glass does well. Okay. And so it breaks, it cuts, and it has no feelings.
It has no feelings. So be very careful out there.
And when you're building your stained glass window, put your own feelings in it. Put yourself into your work. And those of you that are able to enjoy building stained glass windows because you enjoy that, and you get to really go to your studio and relax and everything. That's the most enjoyable time of building windows, I think.
Yeah, it puts you in that zone.
It does.
When
It
you
really
get in
does.
that zone and time just flies by. I don't know what that's called.
I don't
I've
know
always
what-
called it the zone, but it's just a.
It really is.
What are you looking for the camera again?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Any questions, just put them in the chat. We have a few more minutes to share with you. And like we said, we won't
Sally
be here
said I
next
just
month.
have to do FaceTiming on the computer. Is that what I have to do to teach a class?
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
figure it out.
Since we'll have a full studio.
Well, yeah, when we have
set
a
up,
full
we'll be able to
studio,
do a live class.
Because so like a 6 or 8 panel flat lamp
Virtual class.
takes a long time to build, y'all, and it takes about 5.5 square feet for an 8 panel flat panel lamp.
Yeah, so materials will be a little bit more for that.
But if we do it
If we're doing
remotely,
it virtually,
you
you'll
can
be
get
buying all your own stuff.
materials. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and we would supply you with the pattern, and then we'll supply you with all the directions, and we'll do it live.
how's that sound?
That sounds pretty good. I'm looking forward to this new studio. It
I
sounds
am
like
too.
fun.
I am too. Okay, guys, we got 5 more minutes.
Bring it
Call
on.
it my Zen. Yes.
Oh, you're Zen,
It's
yeah.
the zone. It's
Yeah,
the zone.
because when you get in there,
Yeah, I'm really bad about working on a project and forgetting to eat completely.
I know, I'll call her,
No,
I'll
he
say,
comes home
did
and
you
he
eat
said-
lunch yet?
Did you eat lunch?
Did you
eat
take your
today?
medicine?
It's always, I don't eat. If I'm in that zone, I do not eat, and it doesn't matter if I'm writing, working on a video, editing. I mean, I could go all day. It's the best diet in the world. Is
Right.
to find something that puts you in that zone.
But I do have to remind her if she's taking her medicine or even, eating lunch. But usually if I come home for lunch, I make her eat. She has lunch with me every day.
Margaret got some Kokomo glass. 105 pounds of Kokomo glass. Wow.
That's great.
Will we be selling more baseball caps? Yes.
Yeah, just if you want to order one, go ahead and order.
Oh, they're out of stock.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know they were out of stock. Okay.
All right, I'll order them
They
tomorrow.
must have just gone out of stock. Baby.
I'll order them tomorrow.
Yeah. We do have the Got Glass shirts, but they're in the studio, so.
Well, and that only
You'll have to
limited
come.
sizes. I got some extra larges and 2Xs coming. What's tomorrow? Tuesday, Wednesday, that I have to ship out. But so if there's a special size, I do have a 3X in stock. I have a couple smalls and a couple mediums. But just let us know what you need, because those shirts. A really good friend of ours, Phil, he prints them down at All Star Screen Printing.
And they're real soft like these.
And they're really soft like these, and he does a great job for us. And so if you do need the shirts, please let us know, and we'll be happy to get you the Got Glass shirts.
Michelle says she doesn't drink enough water. I know, me too. I got to keep a glass of water beside me all the time. Yeah.
And you should, guys, if you don't drink anything else during the day while you're even in your studio, try to drink water.
Yeah. It's the best thing for you.
Yeah, because typically, you should drink 128 ounces of water a day. That's a gallon. Unless you have heart trouble, then you're only supposed to drink 64 ounces.
Magali, you enjoy your trip to Canada, and we'll look forward to hearing all about your visits to the glass factories.
And I hope we see you in the fall.
When you head back.
When you head back, yeah.
Yeah, please stop by and see us.
Please do.
Okay, Kelly received a lot of Youghiogheny as a gift, and
Wow.
she's been afraid to cut it.
No, don't. I just showed you how to cut it. Just take your time, slow down, and be the tortoise.
Yeah, Frank and Mary Beth are getting the Got Glass shirts to wear to our booth during shows. Yay!
They'll be, like I said, Phil said he'd try and get them ready tomorrow, so I'll try and get them out on Wednesday for you.
The vote tonight was to skip next week, so we won't be here next week.
Thank you, guys.
But we will have some videos coming up during the week. Ed has a video he's still working on. We haven't been able to finish. Hopefully we can finish that next week,
yeah,
right?
it's just, the bills don't stop.
Is Jacob gaining glass and Kokomo glass similar, made the same? Some of it looks the same.
Is
Oh,
Youghiogheny
Youghiogheny. Oh,
the same as Kokomo? Kokomo doesn't make a lot of models, but
spell check. I thought that was a company.
some of the glasses look similar, but they are each one of the manufacturers in the United States, y'all, are their own entity. Some of the glasses look similar. The formulas are different. The process is different for each manufacturer. But I can tell you this, Youghiogheny, Oceana, and Ouroboros are your three really pretty production or reproduction glasses for doing lamps and things. So.
And then you have Wismac.
Yeah, and Wismac's got beautiful glass. Kokomo's got beautiful glass. Bullseye has beautiful glass. I don't know what we do if we had just go pick all of it. I don't know.
We're very lucky.
We're very fortunate in this country.
Magali's going to say hello to Chris Van Zanten for us.
Please do. Give him a hug.
Tell him we said hey and come see us.
Yeah, give him and Barb a hug for us.
Okay, guys. Guess what time it is? It's
next
8
week I'll
o'clock.
have an answer for your how the models are made.
No, the following week he'll have an answer.
Oh,
how
following
the
week,
models
not next
are made.
week. So,
you know what? We might post it. We'll probably do some posts next week and share some info and, keep in touch, guys. We love you. And
we'll share some info, right?
We'll share some info when we find it out. We love you guys, and we're looking forward to seeing you in 2 weeks right here, Monday night at 7 o'clock. And is that all I got to say?
I don't know, but for the ARTyRV channel, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good night,
we
everybody.
love you. And there's the camera.
I see it.
Bye, guys.